So of course you can be critical of Nintendo. Obviously, if Nintendo makes a bad choice or a bad decision, you can be critical of Nintendo. Obviously, makes sense. You know, every company makes bad choices and bad decisions as well. Yeah, as well. Yeah, and but the farm is there's a whole new group of people, that are basically anti-Nintendo grifters. Basically, these people, you know, have grown in popularity over the past couple of months because Nintendo charged $80 for Mario Kart World. Oh, don't worry, Paradox will charge $200 for their games. But they'll completely ignore that and make the excuse. Oh, but it's Nintendo. They shouldn't be, you know, they should be held accountable. But then you have all these huge developers, you know, basically charging over $100 for the games, and these people, the same people, will completely ignore that, completely say nothing as well. Like Nintendo's this evil villain company. Like Nintendo's this mustache twirling villain company that nobody likes when, Nintendo Switch 2 sold 6 million copies. And really at this point it's just all a huge grift, all a huge, to try to get money off of this, off of this, price controversy, which ironically all these other companies will do it, but you don't have all these huge YouTubers complain about it as well. Especially those like this one account that's called themselves a Nintendo account, and they claim that they have buyer's remorse for the Switch 2, yet they have never bought a Switch 2. How can you have buyer's remorse for a console you never played? Like, yeah. Yeah, and it's not just, Nintendine, I think that's the account's name. It's probably a good for money query as well. He's the main one, but there's at least 4 to 5 channels that are like this. It's not just, Nintendine as well. Basically, the older videos are not they're not do too well because there's so many Nintendo YouTube channels. So they basically say, hey, there's a new trend of hating Nintendo. Okay, let's try to make as much money as possible because really this is just for the money. That's for the grift, obviously, as well. And Nintendo is no saint of a company. No company is truly perfect. Even Valve, okay, which I know a lot of people think is like this perfect company. Okay, no company is perfect, as I've explained that as well. Nintendo, of course, isn't a perfect company, but if you compare them to, let's just say, PlayStation, Xbox, 2K games, Bethesda, and all these huge AAA developers, Nintendo is actually the least evil of the huge AAA developers as well. And all the misinformation like Nintendo's patent summoning when really the patent had to do with Pikmin, a game that involves you commanding a small army of plant creatures to do your bidding as well. But yeah, yeah. And daily uploads saying that everything Nintendo sucks does well differently. And I used to do that with Pokemon. I realized that's dumb. Okay, I did that for views and to try to get people, to watch my channel. Like when Pokemon Sword and Shield was coming out, I used to just complain about every single thing about the game. As well, I still don't like Sword and Shield. I still have, of course, never played it, so I can't really tell you if I like the game or not. But I have never bought Sword and Shield. It's actually the only generation of Pokemon I've ever skipped out on because of the grift I had for Sword and Shield as well. I heard from actual Pokemon games the games actually do not suck. I'm just complaining about this nonsense as well. But yep, that's what this video. Goodbye.